Man, what's happening, everybody? You're tuned in to another episode of Off the Yard, and today we're talking about Rick Ross, Hells Angels, big fight up in Canada. Let's talk about how it went down, man. Let's go. Now, listen, I'm not usually one to get in with all the beef and all the things and these rappers that go back and forth, but I don't know, man. This one kind of like caught my interest because I don't listen to any of these guys' music. Why? Well, one, because I know that for the most part they're fraudulent. Two, because I'm not going to follow and support an ex-CO who is going around acting like he's that guy. So any of y'all that don't know who Rick Ross is a rapper, very successful rapper, who has made this image, built this image upon being this super tough, super in the streets, Miami dope dealer or whatever he's trying to call himself. When in reality, this guy used to lock prisoners up. He would go in their cells, shake them down, and he would take their contraband. And from what I understand was a very, 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 just a piece of crap. Dude, he's a piece of crap. So that being said, I never really liked his music. Drake, kind of the same on different level though. Like, he's one of the people that grew up in a very nice, influential neighborhood, man. Didn't have to grow up in the streets. Lil Wayne actually did an interview where he said, verbatim, I told Drake, don't come down here acting like a street guy. Don't come down here acting like you're from the hood. Go in there and rap about chicks, rap about, doing soap operas and stuff. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I saw a snippet, it was like a little meme, where Drake and this other guy are grabbing each other's butts in some type of gay scene in the show. Like, to me, that's not hood. It's not street. I'm not going to subscribe to that, to that persona that you're trying to put out there. That being said, there's been a beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Okay, we all have heard about it, the diss songs, this back. And if we haven't learned anything from the past, let's look at Biggie and Tupac, just because that's the biggest one out there. Both of those young men were taken out of here. And it's come to light who did it. And it makes me kind of like, you look at all these new rappers, bro, and it's like they get off on controlling the narrative, even if the narrative is violence and just different ways of just misrepresenting the culture, in my opinion. I thought that as people who come from a tough upbringing, I come from a tough upbringing. I come from an environment where there was a lot of violence, where there was a lot of drugs, where there was a lot of poverty. That's where I come from. Now, if I was to ever make it big, am I going to still live down there? No. Most people, from my experience, that really have been through it, they're not going to like perpetuate that and make it and glamorize it. I've never glamorized it at all. I've never said, man, let's show you how cool this can be. To be from the hood or to go to prison or to be involved in gangs or to be involved in crime. None of that. None of that is cool, man. Not even a little bit. So for these young guys to do that and continuously, it's like they want to persuade more people to go through that. You rap about how tough it was. You rap about you didn't have a choice, but when you do get the choice, you still make the bad choice. You still make the wrong choice. Okay, whatever. Anyway, back on topic. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, boom, boom, boom. They're going back and forth, making little songs. Talking about one, Drake made a song where he was going to put his thing up Kendrick Lamar's butt. Kendrick Lamar responded. I don't know, it's a bunch of, I haven't never even listened to one full song of it. I just hear what I hear in snippets. But Rick Ross decided to throw his hat in the ring. Why? I have no idea. It had nothing to do with you. Why he wants to jump on that bandwagon. And he starts making these IG videos. He's going on live talking about white boy this, white boy that. You soft like white boys. Rick Ross. Correctional Officer Ross, 12. You're 12, bro. First of all, let's just get out of the way. 12, all right? Straight like that. And now, with that being said, he even went so far as to go to Canada. This is Drake's backyard. This is where Drake is from. You got a lot of people up in Canada that think Drake is him. He's really him up there. A lot of people down here think he is. You know, forget the allegations of being with young teenage girls and forget the allegations that his whole life story is cap. They think he's him. Whatever. Great. Like the man's music. You want to support him? Hey, more power to you. Who am I to tell you what to and not to listen to? I don't care what you listen to. But don't drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. You know, do your homework before you start to support and follow somebody blindly. Because it's just like joining any organization or gang or anything else. People just sign up blindly. Don't even know the history. Don't even know what you're living, breathing, and dying for sometimes. Really, think about it. How many of these young kids are just persuaded by some older guy that the older guy knows they look up to him or whatever, and they use that to manipulate and mold that young person into a straight killer. It's sad, man. And that's all this is going to keep doing, just like a revolving door of regenerated violence. Anyway, he goes up to Canada, starts playing the Kendrick Lamar diss song against Drake. Now, trying to try to like put myself in what would make this dude think that this was a good idea, I don't know. Like, what type of moron? What idiot? Buffoon. Moronic individual would think that this is a good idea. Let's go ahead and just drop this little science on you, Rick Ross. Not everybody thinks your stories are real. Not every white boy solved. Trust and believe. That being said, it is this, after the song is played, the audience, people in the audience who are, from what I'm understanding and what I'm getting, linked to the Hells Angels, okay? Now, I don't know if they are Hells Angels. No disrespect towards the Hells Angels. I'm just reporting what I heard. But apparently, this big Bjorn Lothbrok looking son of a bitch with a man bun and the cutoff sleeves and rather big fella steps to Ross and basically tells him what it is. Rick Ross tries it to death, and next thing you know, boom, right? All hell's breaking loose. Now here's where it actually gets kind of good, right? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, fights are going to happen in clubs. Alcohol is going to get involved. Words are going to get said. Pride's going to get hurt. Blah, 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 blah. Bro. But what Rick Ross, a.k.a. the softest man on the planet, a.k.a. the one who got beat up in the club and ran away, what he did here, even just, it's shocking that you could be this much of a punk. He sits there while the crowd begins to maul. The crowd begins to maul his security guys. He sneaks out the back door. This dude is like 6'2", 6'3", 300 pounds, dog. And you sneak out the back door while your 200-pound security is getting his face, his teeth kicked all the way in? You're a punk, bro. You're a punk. I said what I said. I promise you, you won't do shit about it. You won't. Now, I wonder how it feels to wake up the next day as that individual and just look into me and realize that you're that much of a coward. But what really bothers me is that there's still people who will support this dude. Let me explain something to you guys. First of all, Rick Ross and many like him in the music industry are fake. It is a character. Okay? The guy was a CO. He was a correctional officer. Okay? He made $25,000 a year. To lock up people that he is now rapping, taking their stories, making them his own. And did you know that the real Ricky Ross, the real Rick Ross, for y'all that don't know who Rick Ross is, Rick Ross was actually a huge drug trafficker back in the day. So you stole this man's name, stole his life story, stole a lot of these guys, these inmates that used to lock down, search, and put into a cell at night and lock the door with your key or your button, Mr. Ricky Ross. And he didn't give that man a dime. Nothing. Went to court about it. Denied ever hearing about Ricky Ross, the real Ricky Ross. This is the world we live in now, man. Unfortunately, the faker the person, the more they're respected in this world. Does that make sense to you guys? Right? But here's my thing. It's like I said to somebody very dearly the other day. People like to fake. People like to fake things, right? Or get fake results. But they want to keep real people around them. Unfortunately, man, you can't keep real people around you if all you've ever done is fake. You got to go through the fire sometimes. Sometimes you got to get some fire lit up in your ass to make you become a warrior. Sometimes you have to be all you can be. That being said, Ricky Ross is fraudulent. The Hells Angels are not. Now, I am actually going to be linking up with my buddy from Vegas Profile Stories, my buddy Rick. Shout out to Rick. We're getting ready to do an episode on some biker crews that interest me. And I go to him because he is one of the YouTube professionals when it comes to biker organizations. Him, shout out to Demons Row. That dude, and I don't want to mispronounce his name because I wanted to say Soho, but I don't think I know if it's Soho the Ghost, but it's something like that. If I mispronounce that, buddy, y'all go check out Demons Row, man. That's one of the best one percenter / motorcycle channels out there, bro. And I've watched that dude since he started, and he's done a really impressive job of just keeping it real structured, and he's got one of the best channels on YouTube, in my opinion. He deserves every click he gets, and so does Vegas Profile Story. So that being said, you guys, check out both of those. I'm going to be doing something with Joey from Fetters Grove soon. So, man, we got a lot of things coming into fruition in the future for Off the Yard, man. So y'all stay tuned for more content. And if you like content like this, please let me know in the comments. You know this is new to me. I told you there was something new brewing. This is it. Hopefully, I can kind of switch the narrative, get out of prison so much. I'm always going to tell prison stories, but I want to start doing more current events too. So if you like this type of content, please let me know down in the comments. If you hate it, tell me what I could do better, you guys. Until then, much love to the Gladiator Gang. Salute to all the A1s from day one. And as always, stay up, stay out, and stay sucker free. Let's fucking go, baby.